How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be taking you through some Switch It Up event highlights. Let's go ahead and get right into it. We have this brand new 96 overall Future Star version of Jasson Dominguez, and I think that this card at the Superfractor level is better than Byron Buxton. I think that this card could be an endgame center fielder at the 99 overall threshold. I think that because he has 100 contact and power versus right, he will get better attributes on defense. He'll have 99 speed. Once you Superfractor that card, I think he's going to be extremely effective. But the only way to get this card is by winning 25 of these Switch It Up games at Polo Grounds. And Polo Grounds is a terrible field to play at in MLB The Show. I have had, some pretty good games in general at this field, but I just feel like it decreases the skill gap a little bit, because as you can see, that last opponent hit a perfect fly ball. Should have probably been a 4-0 game, to be honest with you. And now we ended up with a double play. We have an opportunity to tie the game right back up. And I think that, just based on the randomness that takes place, right? Here's a perfect into the left center field gap. And obviously Chipper Jones has more power than Carlos Santana, the person who he just hit the perfect home run with, or what should have been a home run that actually ended up resulting in a double play. Anyway, we'll hop into another game here. We ended up winning that last one. The opponent just quit out. Now we give up a solo shot. We're down to the last 2 outs in this game. And here we get the flip side of what happened in the first game. This opponent tracks this one down all the way out there to the bullpen. And this is going to be a double play to end the game. I felt like I deserved to win that game. I felt like I played well enough. I had a couple perfect hits, a couple lineouts, but I also had a few opportunities on some pitches that were over the middle of the plate, and I just missed them. You can't really afford to have that happen in these 3-inning games, because you never know what the opponent's going to get rewarded, right? We might have the swing where we're way out in front. The PCI is somewhat on the ball. It's kind of just a pop-up that goes out. Here in this situation, we end up getting one in our favor. And when those things happen, we have to look to take advantage, right? We don't know what's going to happen for the rest of this game. So anytime we have guys in scoring position, I need to hit the ball well, hit it over their heads, hit it into the gap for an inside the park homer here at Polo Grounds. I like the fact that it's not set at one specific time, though. The background is changing, right? Different people will play at different times. You can play day games, you can play night games. I do like that kind of aspect in this event. I also like the fact that it's at a stadium that you don't necessarily have to have. I think it would kind of suck a little bit if this event was at Polo Grounds and you had to have Polo Grounds as a stadium. I'm glad that they did not make that happen. I'm also glad that they specifically said that within the event, because I'm sure some people may have bought stadiums for Polo Grounds in advance. But with that being said, here we end up going deep a couple of times. This opponent's using the Garrett Cole. This is a gold version of Garrett Cole, and he has a pretty good sinker. However, his hits in K per 9 just are not that high, and that may have been the reason why this specific hit got over the outfielder's head this time around. I don't necessarily know why I had kind of an increased exit velocity there. Maybe it was because the pitcher's stamina is in the yellow. He is, he's a little bit tired, or the fact that he just doesn't have the best hits in K per 9. But I have lost a couple of event games so far, just mainly 1-0. Games I just didn't hit well, games I threw away at bats, I swung at bad pitches, or I just missed pitches that are right there. I mean, and when I'm on point, right, hitting pitches that are above the strike zone, hitting pitches that are not necessarily meatballs, then that's when I'm playing at my best. Here we have the Jasson Dominguez 86 overall version. I'm just using this card because I wanted to get a better feel for the 96 overall swing, as well as I think this card's pretty good. I mean, he's a great addition to the event lineup. I picked him up for like 8,000 stubs. I saw that his price has been fluctuating significantly since they revealed the 96 overall future star Jasson Dominguez. But here in this game, this is going to get a little interesting. This opponent gets something going here. He clears the bases with this triple. I don't know what happened out there in left center, but this guy definitely came out swinging. I was throwing pitches right down the middle, and I also gave away the first 3 outs of this game. Just chased bad pitches, had some pitches on the outer half of the plate that I rolled over, hit a couple ground balls to the second baseman, just did not put the ball in play hard or, squared up with the PCI well. But here we have Anthony Santander. He's going deep against Aroldis Chapman. I realized that I didn't even have the silver Aroldis Chapman in my bullpen, and that's probably the best lefty you can have besides Jake Diekman in this event. Definitely the go-to pitchers, but I figured, once I faced him, I would add him in. But we are getting absolutely smacked here, down by 5 runs, 6-1 ball game. This opponent had a nice home run. PCI wasn't even on the baseball there with Ozzie Albies, but it is what it is. We gave up a 2-run shot. Now we look to try and chip away. I mean, it would be interesting to come back in this game. We already got the first out of the inning. We're down to the last 2 outs. We need 5 runs, and we're facing Chapman. He goes to Kendall Graveman. Kendall Graveman is a pretty good pitcher. He does really well in Battle Royale. He did have a lot more energy early on in the year. They've patched him, and they've recently changed his attributes a little bit. But there, his center fielder just misses the ball. And now we have some life. We do have a little bit of life. We have a potential double play. It gets through. That's going to be a seeing eye single from Chipper Jones. We're one swing of the bat from making this a ball game, and we're going to get a late hit, a very late hit at that. And that wasn't a contact swing. The PCI was significantly increased there. I'm wondering if he just had bad feedback, what happened. I don't necessarily know. But the PCI has definitely enlarged a little bit. Maybe he's tired. Maybe he didn't warm him up. I don't know. 8 pitches in, you wouldn't think the PCI would be this large. But it is 6-4. We have Santander up. He's been on fire. He's going to rip a base hit up the middle, and we are going to get backpicked. The worst potential outcome right there. That was honestly the worst possible thing. Now we're facing Diekman. He goes to the lefty. We have Yasmani Grandal in as a pinch hitter. I took out Robert Poisson because I just wasn't hitting that well with him, especially against lefties. And here, that was a good move. We go to the pinch hitter. Obviously, Robert Poisson would have been able to score with that exact same hit into the gap, but we have Jason Dominguez coming up, and he's going to end the game with a walk-off infield single. I don't think I deserved to win that game. I felt like I had lost in different situations a couple times during that last one, right? I could have had a double play with Chipper. I could have had a line out with Mickey Mantle to the center fielder, and he dropped it. I just don't really know if I deserve that last win, but hey, I'll take it. We need 25 of them in order to get the 96 Jason Dominguez, and it just goes to show, sometimes the game just seems to play weird towards the end of it. Sometimes you get that momentum going in your favor, and the opponent cannot record an out. It's just very interesting. But that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed the live stream. I'm College Lefty, and peace out.